And we're live. Thank you for joining the live. I think I have 3 persons on the live. For those who might not have might get enough feedback. Let me see. Okay, let's try again. All right. For those who might have not left their thumbs up, I'm asking you please to do so. And for whatever country you're in, I'd like to say either good evening, good night, good morning, whatever it is. Thank you for joining the live. Our topic here today, as usual, we're speaking about renewables and conservation, whatever it is. It's all about conservation. So if you're not aware and it is the first time you're coming to this live stream, we only speak about conservation here. You can tell what is happening in your country. You can relate it to others. They'll hear and they'll get an idea as to what is happening in your country. If during the process of my live stream you have any questions, then you can stop, put the question in the chat, and I'll answer you. So the exact topic that I put up was renewables, where to acquire at a reduced cost. For those who may not have understood the word renewables, renewables are things or equipment that you can use to assist in the process of not having to rely on the things that would damage the earth really. So take for instance like electricity would use a gas, the renewables use what is given to us, the sun. And the plan in some countries is to use it as much as you possibly can. I have 4 persons in the chat. Please make sure that the extra thumbs up is there. Thanks. Yes. So they in terms of renewables, there are things that you can use to reduce this. I don't know if you want to call it this footprint on the environment. It assists. There are a lot of things. Hi, Storm Chaser. Thank you for being here. Yes, there are things that are available for us to use. However, some of us don't know where to acquire it. And I wouldn't only say where to acquire it. Some of us know where to acquire it because some advertisements are out there, but probably at a reduced cost. Yes, as a reduced cost. And we all like to save. So if there's something that can save us on with the money in our pockets, that would be good. That would be great. So let's take, for instance, we have even how much would it now? Even the solar. Some of us are planning to go to use solar power to generate electricity for our homes. You don't just get up and the very first person you see, or the very first supplier that introduces him or herself to you, then you would just go ahead and just buy or pay for a system and have them come in and install it. No, that wouldn't be wise. The best thing to do is to shop around, see what cost you can get, and at a low price. So see how best you can get these things that you need or the renewables that you need at a very low price. I'll tell you my personal experience, and there are some things that when I'm buying, I don't look certain places. I don't. However, I've seen persons who buy things at other places and I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. The cost though is another factor, but I'm really impressed at the quality. The sometimes I wouldn't want to say durability because then how I know sometimes that they have this thing is when it gets bad. When it gets bad and you're giving it to either look at, or the person would say, look at this equipment for me, it's not working as intended. So in terms of that way, you can't guarantee anything sometimes with renewables, because you'll get an equipment now, or you'll buy something now to assist in the process of conserving electricity. And when you buy it, it goes bad quickly. It doesn't matter where you buy it. You could have bought it in your own country. You could have also bought it in another country. It may go bad because these things happen. And don't take it like whenever you buy things in your country alone, things go bad. Because I've seen it go both ways. I've seen instances where persons purchase what's it called again? The timer. Someone I know purchased a timer in her own country and it went bad quickly. And then she purchased again. This time it was a double pack. I think you saw me programming it on the channel once. So I programmed both of them and one of them went bad. I haven't pulled it up yet to see what is happening, but it went bad. I'm hoping, I'm not sure. I can't remember if I saw the LED displaying anything on it. So I can't guarantee that it's a battery. I can't guarantee it's a battery. However, I don't get the time to really look at it, but when I do, I'll let you know. But that one was purchased overseas. So it's not like you can say you purchase things in your own country and it goes bad. It doesn't matter where you purchase it sometimes. If they are to go bad, they'll go bad. So, but the thing is, we need these things at a low or a reduced cost. We're not going to get it for free. So please don't think that I'm calling you on here to tell you, oh, if you shop at X, Y, and Z store, you get it for free or you get it at this low price. No. It's just to tell you to shop around and be aware and give you my personal experiences with them. Now, in terms of shopping around, there are things that you need to be aware of in your own country. Now, take for instance, in my country, there is a push towards renewables by a certain year. Now, with this push, I don't know if after that push has completed, if things will revert back to what it was, or things will change. I'm not sure. However, I'm encouraging you to grab hold of the opportunity while you can. And here what the opportunity is. The government has slated that in our country by 2030 there's a certain percentage of Jamaicans that should be using. Hi, Ari. Good night. Thanks for joining. Yes, there's a certain amount. Please remember to press your thumbs up. There's a certain amount of, there's a percentage that is placed on it. I can't remember the percentage. I know the one that I heard before it was changed was 30%, and then that 30% was moved, it was shifted. No, the thing is, They say that by 2030, a certain number or a certain percentage of Jamaicans should be using renewable energy. And what they have done is they have made it easier by offering no custom duty on things that you would take in that are solar related. Now, I say this because some of us don't know. So, if we should find something out there that when you really work it out, it will work out cheaper getting it here if you should ship it in than buying it here. Some of us make that decision as to why the cost customs going to charge. No, check it out thoroughly. They'll tell you there are solar things, and I don't know if it will be, I don't know if it will be for a short time. However, know that the opportunity is here. Grab hold of it. Grab hold of it, because trust me, it will work out to your own benefit. I know this based on the very first time I was trying to carry in the windmill. The windmill that I had, if I was to purchase something similar to that here, it would cost me at the time about, because I purchased it probably about a year or two ago. That was when I purchased my windmill. And a year or two ago, when I was doing a research, I was told that 10 years prior to that, a windmill similar to the one I had, well, not similar because it had a lower wattage, it was running near 300,000. That was 10 years prior. So, say for instance, I checked it out. I was interested in the windmill 2021. It would have meant that 2011, the company who I was looking on that did that windmill, in 2011, their windmill was $300,000. Now, just imagine if I wanted one in 2021, the price that they would have given me, it would have been huge. So I went online, and when I went online, I saw the windmills ranging from probably 100 and something dollars to almost 200 odd US dollars. Now just imagine me seeing that. And thank you very much, Sunrise, and thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Yes, just imagine me being here, and say they would have doubled the cost, and I would have probably paid, I don't know, probably they would, if they had even charged me 500,000 for the windmill, and I did pay the 500,000. Just look on the saving. It's actually good evening here. Your good morning. It's not morning here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, Bang BMRS channel. Thank you for coming. And thank you for your number 9 thumbs up. Yes, so just imagine if I was to pay that cost. I know you have your life. I saw it, but I couldn't run in to tell you that I was preparing for my life. I know you have your life. So thanks again. Yes, so it if you really were to look at the price, I paid 100 and probably say 136 US at the time. That time the US dollars was nothing compared. You're welcome, Sunrise, and thanks again for coming. Yes, it was nothing like what the cost is here now. It's nothing. So if you really think of it and you're to compare both costs, the one that I purchased was far, 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 far cheaper purchasing it overseas than getting it here. I guess whatever cost that they would have charged me would have included um it would have included installation. So it would have included the workman to install that generator, that not generator, the wind turbine. And it probably would have included parts as well. So when you were to compare it, if I was to single out all that I paid in terms of getting that wind turbine up and running, I know I don't pay. It didn't even reach 100,000. It don't reach that. Far, far less than 100,000. So you have to sit and work out the cost that you are thinking of. And sometimes we really don't have that money. We don't have it. So we have to sit and consider whatever cost that is introduced to us and see if we can find a solution. See if we can find a better way of getting this renewable in our homes at a far, far reduced cost. Now, back to the wind turbine, when I was thinking of the cost, well, I'm still in the process of buying another battery, but even with buying that other battery, I still don't reach 100,000. I'm far, far away from 100,000. Probably if you buy it now, I think I saw some though online that would still be that 130 at US. However, what really brought down my cost when I was sending in that wind turbine was the fact that I didn't pay any custom duty on it. I didn't. I was informed reliably by because before I shipped it in, I had called the couriers who I wanted to take it in for me. And I was informed that there's no custom duty on things that are solar related. And please, people, you need to find out what it is in your own country. I know from mine, I would once it's solar related, no custom duty. But you do pay GCT. And my GCT was mighty small for I think I paid a GCT of probably $3,000 or less. Not sure. For the just for the wind turbine. And then the other cost would have been for the weight of the wind turbine. And it was mighty heavy, I must say. It was very heavy. And probably I paid between 10 to 11,000 Jamaican dollars to just collect it. And that would have included the GCT as well as the weight, the cost for the weight to carry it in. So it didn't cost me much. No, I'm considering all those costs when I'm thinking of getting something solar. On top of that too, I knew that I had reliable and competent persons who I could have asked to install it, and based on information that you would have gathered, then you can just pass it on. If you're not sure you can't do it yourself, then just pass on the information if you have it as to how it is being done. Because sometimes, I can tell you, there are things that you might not be able to do physically. You might not be able to do it physically yourself. However, with the knowledge that you have, then you can um, guide someone as to how to do it. I've seen that happen before because I've done it. I might not be able to have the strength to do a particular item, but or to do a particular project, but you'll be able to guide someone. When the addition was being done to the house, I didn't have the strength to do that. I didn't have the what I should say, no, not only the strength, but I didn't have the manpower to do it. However, I knew what was to be done. And it helps with tasks or things that you have to do. You don't have to be able to do it yourself, but you know what are the steps to doing it in order to get it done. And it helps when you know that, because when you know that, it will help to guide that project to be smooth sailing, as well as whatever errors you see that is coming up, or if they do it a particular way, you can probably tell what the result will be. So be in the know. Make sure that you have this information, and this will guide you. Please, people, it will guide you. You need the guidance, because at the end of the day, when the workman should come and leave and spoil it, it's on you. Make sure you know. When my if you listen to the vlog that I had on the installation of the wind turbine, one of the things that I would have had them doing differently was to drill a hole in the pipe instead of cutting it. That would have been my only change. Drill the hole instead of cutting it. But away from that, it went up smoothly. Um, the review is being done, or the review was done. I think the review was released, was it? I'm not sure. I think it was. Storm, you remember? If, what video was released this weekend? Was it the review? Or it was, yeah, I think it was. I think it was a review, right, Storm? Not sure. Storm follows them up, so he can probably say what it is. I just do the videos and I post them. Some of the videos that you're seeing will be scheduled. So the video that is to come up probably tomorrow and Wednesday will probably have been scheduled from last week or the week before, whatever it is. However, back to me telling you, please just check out the cost. I've had numerous instances where the cost for items have been far way cheaper when you buy them overseas. I'm not bashing the local persons. Really, I'm not bashing you. But I think sometimes we're looking for value for our money. And if we're really looking for value for our money, then we're going to go where it is not only cheaper, but we're getting probably a better quality. And let me explain to you. I remember wanting a doorbell because I had a doorbell before. And I paid $20 for that doorbell. Now, with technology, the I think it was the updates probably, or the phone that you would have used that doorbell for, it would have been outdated. And the manufacturers did not make they didn't make updates for that doorbell. Now, after a while, the doorbell just stopped. If it was on the old phone, it could have worked. But after a while, it stopped doing what was intended to be done. Now, I wanted another doorbell, and I said, you know what? I'm going with the brand. I'm not going to get a doorbell that is not able to move with technology. So I decided to get a Ring doorbell. When I looked and I did my research, now the Ring doorbell would have been probably say, I think it was something like $30,000. It would have worked out in Jamaican cost. And the one that I was getting for the $30,000 would have been the latest one at the time. I'm not even sure what generation of Ring doorbell they have now, but I know at the time it was a Ring doorbell, the fourth generation. So I looked at it, looked at the cost, and I said, okay, I can purchase this thing online. It would cost me about $30,000. However, to the price that I would have paid, it would be 30. It wasn't 30, no. No, it was probably about 20 something thousand. It never reached 30. It was probably no, it would, if I was to take it in, I would have probably paid more than that because it cost 100. Hi, cats. Thank you for joining the stream. Please remember to leave your thumbs up. Yes. So it would have cost me, I think it cost me at the time $20,000. Right. It would have worked out to $20,000 Jamaican. No, they with that $20,000, it would have been for the fourth generation, and I would have paid more if I had it coming in. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining my live. Thank you very much, and please remember to leave your thumbs up. Yeah, you're number 11. Thanks. So what would have happened is I was introduced to a place that had these Ring doorbells. So I said, okay, what's the cost? And when I asked the cost, the person told me $23,000. I said, but that's not bad. Then the next question came up. What generation Ring doorbell? Yes, I know, barbecue. What generation Ring doorbell that they had? And I was told that it was a Ring doorbell 2. No, I'm getting a 4 for $20,000, and you're selling me a 2 for $21,000. You see the difference there? It's a more later technology. So please, persons, when you're looking and when you're researching, search these things as well. Find out what latest technology you're getting. What's the newest thing that you're getting? And don't just look at it in terms of cost. No, the things that the Ring doorbell 4 would have been able to do, the Ring doorbell 2 can't do that. So that I asked the question, what would it cost if I wanted the Ring doorbell 4? And the answer was, oh, it would be far more expensive. So I said, okay, fine. And I went out and I purchased mine online, and I had someone take it in to the country. Just carry it on because it's a small item. It's probably about this. Probably about, you'd call it about three, let me see. It's small. It's not big. Um, no, it's probably about 4.5 inches, right? It's probably about 4.5 inches. I'm looking on my tape measure, guys. I have a small tape measure here. So I'm looking on it and I'm thinking it's probably about 4.5 inches. No, it's something that somebody can even carry in their pockets. And it was brought here for me, and it has been up. Some of the times I rather purchase things online because that's one of the reasons too. I get a newer technology for a cheaper price. So it works for me. It does work for me. And like I say, I don't have any issue taking in certain things solar, but there are some things that with the cost, how it is going to add up, it probably would be cheaper if you get it there. So take, for instance, you want an entire solar system with panels, it would have been cheaper to get certain things here. It would have been cheaper. Now, when I was setting up the wind turbine and I wanted batteries, one of the questions I was asked is, why don't you buy the batteries online? Now, yeah, that's an option. However, these batteries, I don't know if you have ever seen them. They are heavy. They are heavy. And the 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 cost for the batteries, while taking it in, it would have been, I wouldn't pay the duty on it, the custom duty. You have to consider as well that buying those batteries would have cost me in terms of weight. So the courier who take it in, the courier who take it in would have charged me quite a number of money, quite a huge sum of money when it comes on to weight. So I have to be careful. So like I said, people, please remember to look at the cost, sit down and work it out, calculate the cost that you would have spent, getting it here in your country or overseas. Think of the cost, because I did whenever I'm even buying something. Now there's another thing that I tend to buy overseas, but not all places, is lights, solar lights. I remember when I was overseas, I need some more staked solar lights. And if you watch the vlog that speaks about outdoor solar lights, I think it has two parts to it. You'll see the different types of lights. I need some of the staked ones. I don't have enough staked lights out there, and I know I need some. However, when I was overseas, I looked at some. I went to the dollar store and I did see some. However, I didn't buy it. As cheap as it was, I didn't buy it. And the reason why I was turned off from those lights, it wasn't the cost. Because I've gotten things in the dollar store that if I don't tell you the price, you can't know how durable whatever it is that I got. But the thing is, the ones that I saw in the dollar store, I didn't like the panels. And that's the thing about solar lights that have the standalone panels on them. You have to look carefully, because some of these panels that we get, they are not good. They'll either warp or you see them start stripping. I have done a vlog about the different types of solar panels. You can look at it and you'll see. I think at that point I did tell you my preference. So when I'm choosing lights, I tend to choose lights with a particular type of panel on it. I don't just get up and buy solar lights. And I'll show you one. Now, a couple weeks ago, or I think it was probably over a year ago, I wanted some solar lights that had what do you call it now? It had a look, a particular look, like a street light. And I wanted that light so badly because I wanted it for a particular area. Now the light that I wanted, I searched for it online and I wanted it to do a particular thing. I think I did the review. However, there's a problem with those lights now, and the problem is the batteries. Those are the lights that I purchase majority of the times. When I purchase it, I change out the batteries because I want batteries with a higher amperage, milliampere. It's called milliampere. So I wanted lights with higher milliampere. Majority of the times when you should pull these lights, the milliamperes on the on the batteries are low. Now, when the milliampere on the batteries are low, it means sometimes if the light is supposed to last for the entire night, it won't. Sometimes if it doesn't get enough charge, then it won't get night light straight through the night. Or you have there's a possibility as well that the batteries will go bad quickly. When I say go bad, I don't mean corrode or anything like that. But what happens with the batteries is that they die quickly. These are rechargeable batteries, and rechargeable batteries die, they get bad quickly if they're not good, if they don't have that power to them. So it's like you're charging these little weak batteries and they drain quickly. That's what is happening. It drains quickly. So what happened with my batteries in those lights is that they go bad. Now I know if I pull it, you'll be surprised to see what's the milliamperes of those batteries. I think I pulled it already. Can't remember what it is, but I know it was low. So what I had to do, or what I'm planning to do, is to buy some batteries. And please, people, when it comes on to buying rechargeable batteries for these solar lights, you have to be careful. You have to know the batteries that are actually in that equipment. You have to. If you don't know the batteries that's in it, then you can't just go out and buy a battery, because you look on a light and think that it uses the small looking pen light batteries, and it doesn't. It doesn't. You'll be quite surprised to see that it uses those big batteries. You'll be quite surprised to see that it uses some bigger batteries than you think. Because I have some lights out there that I would expect it to use the very small AAA type rechargeable batteries, and it doesn't. It uses the AA type batteries. See, you need to know what type of batteries those things uses. Now when I purchase those lights, I tend to purchase lights by looking at the size. So they'll tell you the size as well. And things like these we need to be careful of on the internet. We need to look for size, because sometimes you purchase something and when it comes, you say, geez, it's small. It can't work for what I want it to do. So make sure that you look on it. Please make sure that you really look at it to see what the size is and if it will be suitable for you. You need to. When I looked at it, the size was just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. Lovely. So I purchased it and they were installed. I know I did a vlog on that, the installation of those lights. And like I said, one of them, no, it needs battery. Just one. However, I wouldn't buy one. I would buy the two, because the other one is not keeping up throughout the night. So I know I'm going to need two batteries. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy two batteries. I wouldn't even check for those batteries here, because I remember when I was looking for the wire for the wind turbine insulation, then I saw some of those similar batteries. And when I looked at it, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I left it. I left it where it was, because when you really look at it, that one wouldn't last me either. As a matter of fact, it wasn't even a rechargeable battery. However, it was a size, but it wasn't rechargeable. And please, you can't put the regular batteries in these solar lights, because what will happen is you have those lights out there in the sun. The mechanism of those lights is to charge those batteries. So if you have a battery that doesn't need charge in those rechargeable, in those solar lights, then the system is going to say, hey, charge those batteries, and it may burst. So please don't put it in there unless you're going to have it out of the sun. Fine, but once it's going to hit that sun, you may stand a chance of damaging that light with that rechargeable battery, with that battery if it's not rechargeable. Now, back to those lights that I purchased. If I had a bigger area that I wanted to cover, then there's a particular light that you can use for it. And it so happens that recently someone gave me a light to look at, and I'll show you what the light is. I do like the weight of it. I do like the feel of it, and the fact that the only thing is that they purchased it here in Jamaica, and the only problem I'm having with that is that it didn't come with installation accessories. And that's another thing that I notice when I purchase things online. When I purchase things online, I'll get a tool. So I purchased something recently and I got a screwdriver. I purchased something else and I got a you know, the thing that they use, a spanner, like, right? I got a spanner in it, and I got all screws, everything to just make this thing operational. And as a matter of fact, I got extra screws. I got extra screws. So if I was using it and one got lost, I'll be fine. I would have been fine. So I got extra screws and it worked. It really worked. Installing it, so they're telling you that even if you're a DIY person, a do-it-yourself person, and you got something to fit together, you don't need to go out there and borrow a screwdriver because one is provided for you. You don't need to go out there and search for the screws. They are provided. And as a matter of fact, even with the screws, they gave you the instruction as to how to fit up these things. Now, I'll show you the lights. And I do like the lights. Now, what I like about the light is huge. See it? It's huge. And this is what I like. These are the panels that I was telling you about. These are the panels that if I'm purchasing, I'm looking for the panels that looks like this. And the reason why I'm looking for the panels that looks like this is because they are more durable. These panels will not warp. These panels will stay in place. These panels will not strip. And I've spoken to you about the different types of panels, and these are the panels that I purchased. Now, another thing that I did like about this type of light, the fact that it is also huge. If I was to really use one of these, it would have only been one. I couldn't buy two of these for the area that I had to cover because it's huge. It's really huge. And it has that street light look to it as well. Now, the other thing that I do like about it is right here. You see this bracket? Now, this is a bracket that what happened is, if you notice, there's a hole right here. You see, there's also a switch in here. And the switch is for us turning on the light on and off. So before you install it, you need to make sure that you turn on the switch. I think it has, right, it has the indication of on and off. So to install this type of light, what you will need to do is put a pipe here so that it hangs. So it hangs like this. It hangs like this, the panel on the top. What you need to do is make sure that you put the pipe here. And that was what I did not like about it. It didn't come with the pipe. So you now would have to go out and find the pipe. And if you notice the look of this, the area that you would put the pipes, you see the switch? Right, the switch is right there. If you notice the area that you would have put the pipe to install this, it's not rounded. It has a particular shape. So it means that whatever pipe you get, you would have to knock it down in order to get it this shape. And it can't be anything flimsy, because this, I can tell you, just holding it in one hand, it does have a weight to it. It does. So getting something like this for a huge area that you would have, it's a good idea. And if you look under here, this is the motion sensor area. And this is the light. The light did not cover the entire thing. It didn't. It just covers a small area. It has quite a number of LEDs. And if you look, if I was to able to show, I'm not sure if you can see it. Yes, you can see it. Right? You see those yellow things that look like corn grain? Those are actually the LEDs. And those are what give off the light. Now, the more those yellow things that it has, the brighter your light will be. And that is why I said that I do like this. I do like it. Now, it was pulled before, and I just tape it up to show you this type of light. I'm going to measure it shortly. I just tape it up to show it to you. And the reason why I'm showing it to you is this one was purchased here in Jamaica. If I was to probably purchase it online, I didn't buy it personally. If I was to purchase this online, it would probably have been cheaper. You can probably check it, because I do intend to check it, because I do like this light. Another thing that I like about the light, and I'll show you the inside of it one day, is the batteries. The battery for this light has the side, it has the, you know how a C size battery look? A C, I think it's a C or a D. Those big batteries, that's the size battery that is in this light. And I do like that. The only thing that I would have considered buying something like this is to get a battery that has a higher milliampere, so that can really push that light throughout the night or other nights if I don't get adequate sun to charge it. So this light here that you see me with, it has a lot of plus going on for it. A lot. It has the panels for me going on with it. It has a size, the fact that it is motion censored, the fact that it has a number of LEDs. The only downside to it is the fact that I would have to go, if I purchase it here, I would have to now go out and get a mount for it. A piece of probably not aluminum, probably a galvanized pipe this size, because then you have to choose something that is durable. So I'd probably get a galvanized pipe and ask the person who does my grill work to make something that I can use it to mount this light on. So it would give me an additional cost. It would cost me something more to just install this light. I will look online if I can find this light. However, what I would want with it, or what I would expect the seller to sell me or to give me with it, is that mounting accessories. And I'm expecting it to be so durable that it can hold the weight of this thing. I told you that I'm going to measure it for you. I'm going to measure even the panels. And like I said, this light for me, I know it came with even the screws for the metal plating, and especially if you have it at a certain spot within the home, this would have been good. The one that I have is more plastic based, but this is giving a thick plastic and a metallic feel, because you heard it, that mounting area is metal. So it would allow it to be more durable where that is concerned. All right. My tape measure once more. So measuring the panel, I'm getting, probably just call it 11 and a half inches. That's the size that I'm getting. So that's the longest side of the panel, and I'll show you what I'm speaking about in terms of panel. And this is about 6 3/4 wide. I'm going to show you the panel, and this is the panel. See it? This thing with the stripes, like a square cut. That's the panel. And if you notice, the panel takes up quite a number of space on this light. So I'll now measure the light itself from end to end. So from end to end, this is about 16 inches and width by 8. So from this end to this end, it is 16. Let me show you sideways. So from this end to this end, it is 16 inches. And right across here, from end to end, it's about 8. So that it is huge. It is huge. And like I said, it will work for you. It will work for you. The only thing is, looking on it, when it was pulled, it looks like it's a battery. And if it's the battery, then the batteries can be replaced. And please, for those of you who have purchased solar lights in the past, or who have purchased solar lights, majority of the times when you see those lights going down, it's the batteries. There's nothing wrong with your light, it's the batteries. There are some suppliers or the manufacturers who will tell you you need to use a particular battery. I had a light like that, and they told you if the battery should go down, then you have to buy back this particular battery. So you have lights like that, and at that point they'll tell you. So make sure that you read through. They'll tell you. So purchasing something like this online, you probably have gotten more. However, you have probably paid less. Because like I said, purchasing this light here, or the person bought it, it didn't come with certain things. So that's an additional cost now to you to make whatever it is to mount this light. And it couldn't be any flimsy thing, because like I said, the light had a weight to it. It had a good weight to it. Now, another thing that I know, recently someone sent me asked me if I could let them know where I purchased my solar power bank, and I did send it to him, and he purchased one. He sent the picture of his actual one to me, the one that he purchased, and I was really elated. I was happy that he finally got one. And for the solar power banks, I am not sure if it is sold out here. However, based on the power that this thing is able to generate, then I would probably suggest that the person purchase it online, and whatever else features that it has. Now, like I said, it has, I think I went through this already. I did a review, and I know I told you that it had flashlight, it had compass, and while I don't use a compass, or I don't see a need for me to use a compass now, there are persons who may want it and they need to use a compass. I have not seen the need so far to use the flashlight because I've taken this with me probably majority of the places that I've been to. And while I don't see the need to use the flashlight, um, it it would probably be beneficial to a lot more persons than myself, because probably if you're going camping, if you're going yeah, camping, you're going other places that would probably take you um at nights, you'd probably need to find your way home, not only find your way home, but probably walk on a dark street and you have it, then you can just turn on your light and it will provide that illumination for you. So it will be beneficial to different persons differently. Like I said, I really like to use it for the charging aspect. So I really buy it for the charge. And these things for me, the flashlight and the compass, is just a plus. It's just an additional feature that came with it for me. I'm not saying that I will never use that part of it, but it's just the additional features for me. Like I said, it would be good if when you're purchasing, just check. Don't just purchase the very first place that would offer you these renewables or these solar equipment. Don't. Check around, check online, sit and work the cost, see if it is cheaper just getting it online. So you have to be careful. We have to be. We have to be um, aggressive with our research of these items. We have to be aggressive with comparing whatever prices that we are going to get. We need to be aggressive with it because remember, the sole aim is conservation. It is conservation. Storm is saying, any questions, please feel free to ask. Yes, guys, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. And because the sole aim is conservation, we have to do our research. We can't just take ourselves and purchase the very first thing that comes. No, do the research. See if you can get a better quality elsewhere, or you can get a more up to date one elsewhere. Because, like I said, I've proved it numerous times where I'm able to get more updated things that side as against going elsewhere or purchasing it in my own country. It's sad, yes, it's sad, but I have to think about my pocket. I have to. I'm looking for value for my money. I'm not looking to just purchase any old thing. So for this light, if I was to purchase one, I think I would have the perfect spot for it. Yeah, I think I would have the perfect spot for it. I would have to research it somewhere though, because what I want my solar lights to do, I need to make sure that this can do it. I need to. I can't just go out and just purchase it because I do like it. Because there, like I said, it has a lot of features that I'm really loving. I'm loving it. However, I can't just go out and purchase the very first one that comes to me. I think I have some additional persons on my live. Please remember to press the thumbs up and thank you for coming. Um, is there any questions for those who just joined the live? Any questions about conservation? Please feel free to ask. It will be beneficial to you and anyone else on the live. Go ahead, ask. All right. When this when it is pulled and a test is to be done, then I'll be sure to get back to you to tell you what is really happening with the light. And don't be discouraged. You will buy something, like I said, anywhere. You can buy it here in your own country, or you can buy it overseas from another country, and there's something wrong with it. You will not it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that yes, you buy this thing and it will work. Because I've seen people buy things here and overseas, and I've purchased things overseas, and when it comes, it doesn't work. The only thing is, when it comes and it doesn't work, then I tell them I'm sending it back. And at that point, they might give you back your money or send you a replacement. But it does work. As a matter of fact, this one, I think this one that the person had, it did work. And for those coming in, I think I'll show you again. It's a solar light. It's quite huge. It has a number of LEDs. You see those yellow things right there? They're actually LEDs. And it's in the form of, I think they call them corn, because they have that corn look to them. I do like LEDs that shape like that. The issue I was telling persons earlier about is that this was purchased in the country. However, it didn't come with installation tools like it didn't come with the pipe, the mounting pipe. It didn't come with that. So that would be the downside for this for me. What I do like about it is the fact that the area that you would mount it, it was metal. I'll knock it again, you hear that? Right? And it's this section here, it's all metal right here. So this area that you have here for the mounting, it's metal. So it means it's really, really durable. And the panel, I'll show you the panel once more. This type of panel, these are the good type of panels. This panel will not warp and it will not strip. It will work for you for quite a number of years. As a matter of fact, I've had panels like these running my turtle pond, running some lights here, and I don't have a problem. You know the only problem I have? The birds. That's the only problem I have. The birds give me a warm time with it. So I find that I have to clean them off every now and then. I have to be cleaning them off. So it works. So I want to thank you again for coming to the live. Yeah, thank you again for coming to the live stream. We have a live every Sunday at 6, and our live really lasts 1 hour. For those who coming in, please press the like button. Thank you. We have a live at 6. It's really just for 1 hour. We don't go beyond the hour unless we're being asked questions that will take us beyond the hour. So if you don't have any questions, then we end within the hour. So thank you again for coming. And like I say, for those persons who may join from other countries, because I do have persons who subscribe to my channel from other countries, I want to thank you very much for coming. And it may be good morning, good evening, or good night, whatever it is. I want to really thank you for coming. Thanks again for showing your support, and please be safe. Be safe, people. Time's too serious now. It doesn't matter which country you're in, just be safe. Thank you, and I'm ending the live stream now.